Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. And so I haven't done a video talking about these special anniversary tickets that are going to be used for the 11th anniversary. And they put a big update in the news today, going over these. It's interesting because I checked back through and the first set of missions for these has already been available since the beginning of the month. So chances are, even if you were not aware of them, you've completed these missions already. But basically, we are going to be getting tickets from now, starting with April this year, all the way up until the anniversary in February. Well, end of January, beginning of February, that will be exchangeable for special rewards on the 11th anniversary. So it's kind of interesting that we're like 4 months into the year, only a couple of months removed from the 10th anniversary, and we already have what is essentially our first bit of like build up to the 11th anniversary. So it's some tickets that you can collect via monthly missions. So you can see here, complete the monthly panel missions to collect 10th anniversary reward tickets. 3 10th anniversary reward tickets can be obtained every month through monthly panel missions available from April 2025 to January 2026. A total of 30 tickets can be obtained. 10 10th anniversary reward tickets can be exchanged for a special wallpaper starting from January 2026. So a total of 3 wallpapers will be available. So this is one of those things. The reason why I'm making a video now to kind of bring attention to this is obviously if you miss any of these at any point during the build up to the 11th anniversary, you're not going to be able to get all 3 of the wallpapers, right? Because you get 30 tickets in total. There's 3 wallpapers. They all cost 10 each. So if you miss even 1 ticket, you're going to be left short for getting the 3rd wallpaper. Now the missions are pretty easy. We're going to go through what they were for this month. Like I say, a lot of people, I imagine, have probably finished them already. They haven't made them anything particularly crazy, so this isn't something that, you know, especially when I say about like, you know, make sure you don't miss out on these. It's not something that you're going to have to play, you know, hours every day to make sure that you're getting these, right? But we'll go over them here in a minute. So yeah, you can exchange those for wallpapers. The missions for this month are available until the 29th, so do make sure that you get these done if you have not already. You can go, it tells you where to find them in the menu. If you go team, items, and then treasure, you can see on the list where they are and if you have got the 3 already. I did double check mine because obviously, like I say, I forgot that these literally came out at the very beginning of the month. So I'd already finished all the panel missions, which means they obviously don't show on the homepage anymore. And yeah, I went into my team items treasure and the 3 tickets are in there. It does say please note the event content and dates are subject to change, but I mean they put that on everything, so that's nothing really too much to worry about. So if we take a look at the missions, obviously this is the campaign that we're in at the moment, the in the Spring Breeze Cherry Blossoms Dokkan. So these are the missions that were the panel missions for Board 1. Use a support memory, win an Extreme Z battle once, twice. Obviously with the Extreme Z battles that we've gotten this month already, we got the AGL Cell and STR Goku Gohan, and then we got the Other World Warriors one. I mean, realistically, like, you just have to win the first 2 stages, so it's not like you even had to finish those easy A's, but I imagine most of you guys have done those. Clear any Dokkan event once. Obviously if you summoned for Cell or if you summoned for Pycon, you needed to get those extra medals. Otherwise this is something you could just jump in and do very easily. Then we have clear the stage under special conditions, so with 1 Android/Cell Saga on your team, then there was 1 for a tournament participant's character on the team, and 1 for a Saviour's character, 1 for an Other World Warriors character. So we can see from these missions that basically every month as we get these new sets of missions, they're just going to be, as most of these big celebration missions are, stuff that is relevant to whatever was releasing at the time, right? Because obviously with Cell coming out, you've got Android/Cell Saga tournament participants, Pycon getting his Easy A, and then of course the Part 2 LR Pycon coming out. We've got the Saviors and Other World Warriors characters. Friends don't count, but obviously, you know, the old Pycon, there's a free-to-play Super Strike Pycon, like there's free-to-play androids. Like all of these missions are completable without having to pull the new character from the celebration. So again, that's something you don't have to worry about. If you're not summoning for any of the new characters during these celebrations, then obviously you're still able to complete the missions, and there's pretty much always a free-to-play option to be able to get it done as well. And then the final one was just clear all the missions on board 1. So like I say, through the course of just generally playing the game, you will have probably noticed that you've just completed all of these on the main page already anyway. But this is something to make sure that you keep an eye out for. Make sure you do all of these, because again, like, obviously I know some people are always drawn to like the panel missions or missions that are in the mission menu, and you'll go out of your way to complete them even if the rewards aren't that great. But like I say, if someone hasn't summoned for any of the new characters, then there's a possibility, right, that you just haven't, you know, randomly played a Dokkan event. So make sure you go do that. Obviously it's super easy, right? Some of the easiest content in the game now without the burst mode modifiers. We are getting a burst mode soon as well, funnily enough. So if you haven't actually done this yet, by doing the burst mode that comes out in the next couple of days, you will beat this mission anyway, right? So there's no major rush to go out of your way to do these. As we saw, the missions are valid for this month until the 29th, right up until basically the end of the month. You've just got to be careful of the dates and times for your time zone, right? Because this ends, you can see here, on the 29th at 1 AM. So obviously if I was thinking, oh yeah, these missions go all the way till the end of the month, if I wake up on Tuesday at like, you know, 8-9 o'clock in the morning, those missions are already gone on the day of the 29th, and there's still the 30th of the month to go as well. So make sure you keep an eye out, because these missions are going to end just before the end of the month, but they're easy enough to do that you shouldn't have to worry about it. I would say with like even people who are just logging in and doing your dailies and stuff like that, you're going to get some of these things completed even by accident. But obviously with things like easy A's, I know most people do, but I have seen obviously comments from people over the years. Some people don't do like the Extreme Z battle if they don't have the unit that's getting an easy A, which is fair, but I would say it's always worth doing them, because obviously if you then pull the character randomly off a future banner, you've already got all their medals ready to easy A them, right? So these are all good. Most people should have done them already. Now it's very interesting that we're going to be getting these special wallpapers, because I brought up the list here just so we can have a quick scroll through. Like Dokkan introducing the custom wallpapers thing a while ago, there wasn't like a huge selection of really good ones when they first became available, but then obviously throughout the years we've gotten some special ones like the Christmas related ones. We obviously got a Heroes one, and then certain celebrations have given special ones, right? I always remember like at various points throughout the last couple of years, like streaming, and then people who are newer to the game who come through, and at some point we end up going back to the home page, and then people are like, oh, you know, how do you get that wallpaper? And unfortunately for a lot of these, especially the Broly one, because obviously Z Broly, very popular character, a lot of these were just event specific, and if you weren't around, like if you weren't playing the game when that event was going on, like we got the Dokkan of the Dead April Fool like zombie one, if you weren't playing the game when those were given out, you just can't get them, right? And then we saw for the first time with the 11th anniversary, they actually had the tickets and the thing to be able to get these wallpapers from the barbershop. I think it was the Dokkan Chronicles event, right? It was giving out the tickets for all the old wallpapers, which was funny because obviously for somebody like me who does have all of the wallpapers, because I've been playing since they introduced the mechanic, I didn't actually need any of them. So there's a few other random things you could pick up with the tickets, but that was the first time in all these years since they've introduced the wallpapers that you were actually able to get older ones. So hopefully people that were playing during the 10th anniversary, you were able to pick up some of those ones that have potentially caught your eye since you started the game that you were unable to get. And yeah, I'm assuming, I guess, as this builds all the way up to the 11th anniversary, remember for this year, obviously everybody got given the special anniversary wallpaper with the Goku and the Dragon Balls. It's an animated one. It was pretty good. Everyone got given one of those. Yeah, this one here on the left. So when we get to the 11th anniversary, I assume we are going to get something similar. And then we'll get these 3 bonus ones, which I can only imagine will be themed around the characters from the anniversary. Now, it remains to be seen. Obviously, the 10th anniversary was a big special event. So There's some things that they did during the celebration that we, of course, have no idea whether will be repeated in the future. I mean, things like the Purunga wish to get a free anniversary character, I feel like that's something that potentially we won't see again. But something like, you know, one of the biggest format changes was the fact that the Part 1 and Part 2 both had 3 LRs, right? It was the Dokkan Fest and then a double Carnival banner, which... Again, that strikes me as something that potentially was just part of the 10th anniversary. So, you know, we could only see 4 characters for the 11th anniversary. And I figure that these wallpapers will probably be something themed around that, right? Obviously, we have no idea at this point what the anniversary theme will be. A lot of people speculate that they're going to save, like, adult Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku for the anniversary. And then obviously we could have a wallpaper that's Daima themed. We could get some more GT buffs with more Super Saiyan 4s. That'd be kind of cool with a very Super Saiyan 4 packed anniversary. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Like I say, I imagine most of you guys have done all of these missions for April already. But let me know your thoughts. What would you like to see for these special anniversary wallpapers? And let me know in the comments, what do you have set as your wallpaper now? I kept the anniversary one for quite a while the anniversary was going on, but I have switched back to the good old Heroes one here now. So let me know what you guys are currently using as your wallpaper down below. Let me know your thoughts on anything 11th anniversary related as well in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.